the probability of bouncing away changes. And often if you've had it so many times, it's an inevitability that price is going to come through. There's nothing you can do about it. And that's exactly what happened here. Okay, so we called that with good reason. So you just need to be wary that when something goes like that, okay, inevitably it will crack through. My bias on gold is in line up here. I think this will continue up over today, maybe tomorrow. This isn't enough for me to short, so I'm looking short 1977 or 75, I'd say. I think you'll probably jitter a little bit like this, and I think you'll go up there. If you don't do that, you could very, very lightly long at 1940, but really I'm more interested in key support lower, again reflecting off higher time frames. That comes around 1915. Any questions, guys, pop them in here. Press the boost, ask me something, willsebastian.com if you want to start. So S&P, again, a lackluster indice market, futures market to trade. You are just sideways. This is like various markets as well. They paused. You had all that debt ceiling nonsense, and it's paused now. Up here, light shorts, you could scale in. It's not I mean, I called it short for ages at anything from 4285 to 4300. So you should have been out for gains there. But now my bias changes slightly because you're not seeing anything whip you down lower. For that reason, I then say, okay, well, I need to swap my timeframes up and I need to locate where I would rather short instead. And that comes at 4320. So I think you'll get slightly higher if you swap to your 1 hour. I think you're going to go slightly higher than this. Again, it's unconvincing. And eventually, like I said with gold, it has to break. If you break this to the downside, you know, you could look lower for these early PA zones. But the difference with what I'm telling you versus everyone else is that, you know, people are more interested if it breaks out. But the problem with this is, you know, well, let's have a look at gold again just for a second so I can explain this a bit better. 2 seconds. I'm just going to go on the daily for a minute. All right. The problem is that a lot of people, what they say is they say, all right, well, I'm going to sell this after it comes down. Okay. Now you'll notice it hardly comes down before it pops back. All right. And you'll find that is a common theme. Similarly, at the high, people would have said, oh, I'm going to buy it because it's broken out higher. But it's nonsense. It's nonsense because you're buying a really high price. You're buying the highest price almost that it's ever been just because you want a breakout. And you only know it's broken out because it's broken out. You're too late. You should be on the other side of the market. Okay, so just bear that in mind. It's the same here. You don't want to buy if you come up. Just hold off. You don't need to be long or short at any time. You can be nothing. 4320 is my preferred short zone for the S&P futures. Any questions, guys? Pop them in. Don't be shy. It looks like we got some shy people today. Pound yen. It's sideways as well. It's a scalp long market. I think you may get up here. If you're going to short it up there, very, very lightly, don't go nuts. Light short zone 1743. Down here, you've got light longs, and you're coming up. It's a channel. It's a bit like what you've got on gold, but a lot lower on time frames. CAD yen, I like, but again, I think you're going to get slightly higher. If you look at this reaction, you've hardly got anything. Price hardly drops. Again, I swap, I look further back and I say, okay, well, where are my key PA levels? Where can I look to for further positions? Short. And my eyes are brought to 105. So I've already been short. I've taken gains. I'm out. Okay, and I'm waiting for 105. I won't buy necessarily. I'm just going to wait. And 105 is my short zone. Still, any questions, guys? Anything, pop them in. I can answer anything you want. There is no question which will faze me. unless it's personal. Then I might not answer it, depending what it is. So your dollar yen, again, called it short perfectly, posted it, streamed it. I put everything out there about it. So you've come down, you pop back up. Okay, now within the new found downtrend on lower time frames, because there isn't a prolific push, you've gone a bit like this. Okay, now I don't think it will last. I don't think it's strong enough to pull you down. I think you're too close to early support, as you can see there, and that's why you're getting these early bounces. Okay, again, I'm using my higher time frames to think about what I want to do next. And I'm holding off. I would short higher, but you're going to have to push up first. That's if you get there. If you don't get there, that's not a problem. You simply would buy lower. Okay. So the point I'm getting at here is it's okay to wait for something to happen. You don't constantly have to be sitting there in the markets all day waiting. It's not how things go. You can see that the price is getting tighter as well. The price margin on your hourly. Okay. If you look at it like this, again, we're not interested in breakouts. It's not what we're after here. Okay. We're interested in where price goes. I wouldn't be surprised. You can see, look, support and resistance, they just get closer together. And eventually what happens is the price goes one way or the other. Your job is not to guess the breakout. Your job is to take advantage of it if it goes down here and then get long. Or alternatively, if it goes all the way up there, you'd get short. Okay? The simple fact is that when you go sideways for so long, support and resistance get too tight and then it goes up or down. That's just how things work. Okay. I can do that. Good question. There's absolutely loads of people in here. Please do press that boost. If you're coming in, press the boost. Ask something. Go in that chat box on the right-hand side now. And I'm going to move myself, I think. In fact, maybe I'm better up here. I wonder. Let me know. Let me know where you prefer my face. Ask me something. Ask me something. Tap the boost. Ask me a question. All right? We're here to learn. I'm here to teach. So you might get scalp shorts on your dollar yen, but really I'm interested if it goes higher. I'm not breakout pattern, lunacy. I don't do it. FTSE, I think you'll get short higher up, 700. I've got orders short up here. Apart from that, I'm scalping. Yeah, sure. I'll do the Swiss yen now. Any signs of it falling where you've had plenty of signs and hopefully you did short it where I said. Okay, I've shorted it several times. I was long this morning. I'm out of my longs. I'm out for gains on my longs. I've got reshorts higher up. Okay, so I'm short at this point. 1541. At the moment, it's just too early. I think you'll get higher. I'm only lightly short though because of where the market is. It's a fairly flat up move you've got. You can see that. I mean, these lines are not going to be parallel at all. But the point I'm making is that it's in uptrend. So you can draw them where you want, really. The point is you're getting lower lows and you've had higher highs and you're probably going to push and get another one. So I would only look short after 154. Did we talk about gold? We did talk about gold. Everyone's a premium member now, which is good. So gold I've already spoke about. You might have to rewind it, but in very short terms, I'm short higher up. I'm long at 19.15. If you want to follow me on TradingView as well, guys, go ahead. I post excellent content, I would say. I'm sure many of my members will say as well. Euro yen, we did previously look at. You've got a bounce here. Okay, I would be more interested in shorting up there. You need a larger push. It's just too early, guys. And remember, you don't have to be in the market. You can wait and you can let things play out. You don't have to sit waiting all the time. Okay. I would look short 149.75. Morning wheel CAD Swiss, absolutely. JD Invest, I'll do this. Absolutely loads of people in here. If you want to get started and you're serious, guys, the link is there. willsebastian.com. www.willsebastian.com. There's tons, absolutely tons you will learn in there. It's completely free. There's hours of me telling you why you shouldn't trade breakouts, all this kind of stuff. It's just, it will change your trading pretty much, is all I can say. I think you mean the monthly, perhaps. I'll have a look. 2 moments. I just need to get the Australia. That's a good call, actually. Thanks for that, JD Invest. It's nice to see you. I never look at this, which is really good because I like a new chart. So you're pouring down on the Australia 200 index. I think you'll get under this. It's certainly looking that way. I think you'll come under on that. If you're going to buy into that index, I would probably do it around where I've drawn that arrow. I'll tell you why. Number one is because of this. Okay, there is no key support here. Okay, so there's not buys in the market. If I put my time frames up as well to the weekly, you can see the market is relatively sideways. Okay, you're not coming out of this boundary at the moment. So where I just said to long is in line with where you would get key PA, and also as it normally is, as per my rules and everything like that, you're halfway in between the price channel. Okay, so this really is your best long zone, but I would only do it lightly because again, there's not enormous support. I think eventually with your Australia 200, you'll get down here. So if you want a long and you're an investor for longer term gains, I wouldn't take that long. I would take this one because you got much better value. The one in the middle, you coincide with various prices that have shown rejection and therefore long traders. Okay, and it's the middle of your price channel, so it's ideal. It beats this last wick as well. I'd say probably 7,020 points. DAX or the Germany 40, I think you want particularly slightly different, perhaps. You can see you've fallen, but you're very early on. That's why you're not getting anything ferocious. It's a scalp long market because of all of this support. I wouldn't buy it until it gets a lot lower. Down here, 15,320. Anything higher up, I'd short. It's really high. Thanks for the questions, guys. At last, there's tons of people. How many have liked? A lot of people are liking this. Thank you. Smash the boost, guys. We're going to do it all today. Loads of people. Nasdaq. I think some of you have parts of my courses. I don't know how many of you are full Academy members, but as I said, you want to start, willsebastian.com. It's underneath. Nasdaq. Let's go for it. Nasdaq, where do I sit on the monthly? You haven't quite hit this candle wick. You have to just squint your eyes a bit. There, on the weekly, you'll be able to see it better. But that ultimately is where I like it short. Sometimes on monthly charts, you don't always get exactly what you'd want. I'm sure you don't mean the 1 minute chart. But you've hit really early support. Can you see that candle wick? That's why you haven't thumped down. Because you haven't thumped down, it changes my bias of the shorting power. Kill zone and something really nice. I would really like it short at 1470. I would really like it. Sorry, 14,700, that is. 1470 would be much further down. 14,700 is kill zone for me. I like that a lot. Tons of up move. You know, it's gone up for ages. It has to come down. Everything that goes up, as I'm sure many of you will fully well know, goes down. If you're in the Discord, I think someone's asked me something. Euro Ord Barnes, I don't know what. Mike Tem Haffy, thanks for the question. I'm not sure what the Euro Ord Barnes is, but I think you mean, you mean and, I'm sure. I almost exited the stream by accident, so just give me a sec. Thanks for asking in the Discord. If you're in my Discord chat and you want to ask it in the question section, go ahead. Euro Ord, I like. I'm scaling in long now. Just reflect on this key PA. Okay, I'm long you get a better price at 1595. You could split your position and get long 1599. The problem is, at the moment, it's just dripping down. I would use my entry confirmation rules if you've got them. I'd start to scale in 1597. Okay, it's just because it's getting dragged down. You absolutely shouldn't be shorting, and I do like this very much technically for a long. It's just you're getting dragged and dragged and dragged. You need to wait. Okay. TradingView doesn't include oil events. You can go to, well, I use FX Street, and there's another service I use which is really good, but that's for another time. Gold, I've already spoke about. Someone's asking the Discord. I've already done gold. Morning, Mohammed. Great to have you. Any other questions, guys? Any charts? Euro Ord was a really good pick. New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Okay, US. This is a good chart to look at. I called it long here. I took it long myself. I'm out. I let it bounce up to early resistance. I'm out of my shorts. I swapped to the 1 hour. What do I like? Nothing about it. I would hold off. It's a scalper's market. I don't want to trade this unless you're going to take me up there or you're going to take me down here. Okay, you could likely trade it. You're going to be trading with risk. I'd rather trade other pairs. All right. You're much better looking at your daily as well. Okay, so what that would have to look like, you'd have to come above that previous candle wick. You'd have to take me nearer these MAs, then I'd like it short. Otherwise, you want to go down here, and then I'll take it long. Anything else, I'm only going to scalp. There's not much in it. You might get in and out and in and out if you really want to. I'll probably scalp it a bit. I have today already. You could scalp short. You're not going to get much of a move because, again, we're not breakout traders. We're going sideways, so we trade it sideways. We don't trade it long or short massively. We trade the market sideways with the exact channeling position it's in. Thanks to the guys who follow me. Thanks to the guys who are liking this. That's really nice of you. I think some guys are asking me how they get on board. It's all under the video. Any questions? Has anyone got anything to ask me at this point? Please do make it known.